And I asked Father Murillo whether San Sebastian College and High School are benefiting from our unprecedentedly large scholarship program. He said, yes, San Sebastian is a beneficiary of government scholarship programs. Congratulations to you. You know, the reason why I insisted on having especially a high school scholarship program, because many years ago, we had no public high schools. My father, for instance, when he was living in Lubao, he studied in grade school in the Lubao Elementary School. But for high school, he had to go to San Fernando High School. There was only one high school in the whole province of Pampanga. That was public school. Today, in every barangay in Lubao, there is a high school, a public high school. And so therefore, what happens to the private high schools? If a young person, if parents have a choice, especially if they have financial difficulty, of sending their children to a free high school versus sending their children to a paying high school, of course they will send their children to a free high school. What will happen to the private high school system? It will die. Just like the private grade school system, which is very, very small. So I've been telling Jing Lapos and all the officials of the DepEd, let us not kill the private high schools. Instead of building more classrooms for public high schools, let us use the money for scholarships so that our young people can have a good private high school education paid for partly by the government. So we have made progress in many areas, but more needs to be done. Everything our government has worked hard to achieve has been to make the future brighter for the next generation of Filipinos. You, the youth of our nation, are our hope and inspiration. Everything we must do must be to build a better life for each and every young person in this nation. While I am proud of what our government has achieved, past achievement is only as good as the ability of the nation to continue to grow and prosper. I fervently desire that the progress that we have made will not stop. So I hope the next administration will continue this extensive private high school scholarship program instead of building more public high school buildings. I also hope that what remains to be done will be picked up by you, the next generation of leadership. As a nation, we must keep our sights firmly set on the future to build on what is good and work even harder to meet the challenges of what remains to be done. You, the young of our nation, are the bridge between the past and the future. It is for you that we right the wrongs, fight for change, and seek to make a better day. Our nation has come far, but it still has far to go. You, the youth, represent the aspirations of our nation. It is to you that we dedicate the efforts of our government to lift up the Philippines. The foundation for opportunity is education. It is the key to a better life. It opens minds and opens doors. That is why we remain dedicated in our last months in office to promoting, advancing, pushing for more and better education. We have come far, but we still have far to go and must not rest. I have an abiding interest in seeing that you, the young people of today, sees the value of education, of a good education like San Sebastian education. As Father Murillo said, number one sa bar, number one sa NCEE, at number one sa dami ng bar reviewers. Congratulations to San Sebastian. And may you, our young people, Seize the value of education and use this tool to advance yourselves and the nation. Your CAT training, my dear young graduates, will help you advance our nation. Congratulations, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.